A lifelong promise it is. This is NASA. Welcome to your one and only favorite program here, which talks about your welfare as a pensioner. We also talk about your welfare when you are still employed. And at Harare Agricultural Show, they are running within the theme whereby talking about accessibility, accountability, and abundance. And those are true with Anenasaka Triku Harare Agricultural Show. Apo tirukutika tiripo pakuona kuti mudyandikire wako wakachengetedzeka sikorumbana ke siwesipona ukuthi ke inhlala kahle yakho ke iyalondolozeka njalo wena ke nxa sikhuluma ke ngendaba zakho ke usemsebenzini kumele ube ulondolozekile isithembiso sempilo yonke lezi.
So as NASA, we are showcasing what we do as an organization. We've got various departments that we have at NASA, so we're just going to take you through each and every section of NASA so that you can get an appreciation, and our pensioners and all the stakeholders can also get to know what NASA does and what NASA is all about.
This is records section where we do employer-employee registration. It is as you know that it is a mandatory as an act of parliament to register all employees to NASA. All employees are aged between 60 years and 65, and it also works for a minimum of 18 days. Is supposed to be registered and contribute to NASA. It is important to register to NASA. The employees are guaranteed for future social security benefits when they retire or in the event of injury or loss of life. Full compliance for the employer. Full compliance means his way of doing business. No penalties are charged. Then full clearance certificates will be issued.
Uyazizwela ke nxa sikhuluma ke ngalapha ke kubana ke lapha bathi kona indaba lapha eqhathekile ukuthi lo umqhaji la lo osebenzayo bebekhona ubana ke bebesaziwa ke lapha ke yiko kubuya khona ke imbiko yonke ke mayilana ngako ngokugcweleyo gcwalisiswe ke kube sokwaziwa sokusenelisa ukuthi imali yakho ibiqogelelwa ke ibhadalwa ke lapha kube kuhamba ke kanjalo ndo phathiri phanapha kana kwathi ukuchitharisa chachirichedza kuti pano ndo patinothanga kusvika tobva tapa zvese zvakakodzera kuti tivape maererana newe iwewe uri kushandirwa maererana nemushandiri nemushandi wako zvimwe chetezvo zvokwanisa kuti chipindwa kamumagwaro wokwanisa kuti uchikwanisa kuti uchiendera mberi uchibhadhara. Now when all that has been completed, has been done, what proof does one have that I've registered with NASA?
We use the person with a national social security number. We use also the employer after the verification and approval with a BP and an SSR number. That is the employer.
Uyazwela kubana ke iBP and SSR number iphiwa ke umqhaji kanti ke wena ke njengesikhaji othathelwa ke imali yakho ibuya ke esikhwameni ke seNASA kuthi ukuthi ke lawe uyabuza ba ke le number yakho yeNASA uzabuyisebenzisa ukuthi isethatha imali yakho ke khona phana ngakuthola ukuthi iwewe kasemu shandirwe unophiwa number yakho hands BP
as an employee number, social security registration number.
National.
When we register the employer, we use the employer with a BP and an SSR number.
Doma number anophiwa acho iwaye cheyo avari kutaura ndongoti wazvinzwisisa nofanira kuchiona kuti unazvo izvozvo.
In line with social protection under the NDS1, NASA has decided to bring services to the people, to make them accessible, and to also factor in accountability and abundance in line with our unequaled business opportunities theme. What we have done is we've introduced a self-service portal. It's actually running right now. What we are doing under that is we are bringing NASA to the people. The convenience of your space, in the comfort of your space, wherever you are. You could be in the middle of Machusadona, Manapos, wherever, however remote the place is. As long as you have a smartphone and connectivity, you can connect to NASA services. You don't have to go to NASA anymore straight. You can register on your own. For the employer, it's giving convenience that you're cutting out the middlemen. As you employ a person, you register them on the portal. As they leave, you seize them on the portal. You're uploading their contributions. For the employee, there's also convenience of accessibility. They can see their contributions. They can download their statements anytime they feel like. They can, as soon as the employer uploads contributions, the employee is able to view those. And we are also launching soon a claims portal. What we are doing is we are guarding the future social security benefits in the sense that we are cutting travel costs and the inconvenience of moving around for our vulnerable members. What they can now do is, soon enough, they'll be able to log onto our portal and submit their claims. Everything in the comfort of your space, wherever you are. You don't have to walk to NASA. If you're an employer, you download your clearance certificate. If you're an employee, you download your contribution statement.
Ndo chivimbiso cha upenyu chatutaura nezvacho inyaya yekuti NASA ifambirane nedonzvo rehurumende nokuti hapana munhu anosara, hapana nzvimbo inosara. Ndosaka vakazotipaka iyoyi yavari kuti self-service portal yekuti uri kwauri, uri muhofisi, uri kumba, nyangwe uri kukamako mombe ukafunga kuti ndinge ndichimbotarisa hangu kuti zvinhu zvangu zvakamira sei contribution uku, uine smartphone yako, ine network, ine data, unokwanisa kungobaya woona kuti zvinhu zvako zviri kufamba sei. Indaba yake yona leke eqathe kakhulukazi ke ubana ke ungananzelela yona ke NASA ihambelana njalo ke lesinqumo lombono kahulumende ukubana ke wonke umuntu abe engasali phandle akukhethelekile ubana ke ungabe ungaphike kwendawo. Yikho ke bethi bona ke i-self-service portal yona leke ikhona ubana ke ubunanzelela ubana ke impension yakho ihamba njani, ubunanzelela njalo ubana ke izimali zakho ziyahamba yini. Njalo ke usazisile lapha ngolunye ke udaba uhlelo oluzayo lokubana ke hayi uzabubona lawe ukuthi usendlini yakho ngibe khona ubana ngibe mbona ukuthi umqhathi wami ufakile yini imali yami, isisebenzi sifakile yini imali yazo. Konke ke lokho kwenziwa ke a lifelong promise. Chivimbiso cha upenyu wese zvese izvi zviri kuitirwa ka iwewe kuti unge uchigutsikana nebasa riri kuitwa ka neNASA.
I welcome you to the POBS. POBS is the shortcut for pensions and other benefits scheme. So under the pensions and other benefits scheme, we offer two benefits, which are the long-term benefits and the short-term benefits. For the long-term benefits, we have what we call a retirement pension. This is a pension that is paid upon reaching the age of 55 for arduous employment, and 60 years for normal retirement, then 65 years for late retirement. But you should have contributed for more than 10 years for you to qualify for these benefits. And also from retirement benefit, we have what we call the survivor's pension benefits.
Batai makadaro ndinomba kuti uri kuzvinzwira pano kuti nyaya rutaurwa nezvipanapa ka inyaya yema-benefits, pensioners benefit. Vakataura kuti unofanira kunge uri pamakore 60 ukadarikidzawo wasvika pa 65 paipai. Achikunzika zvakakosha kuti unge uchibhadhara kwemakore 10 umene kuti ubeqathekile kuti ube ungumuntu kade qogelela ke imali yakho ke okweminyaka ke eli10 laphana. Sikhangela ke ama-benefits amabili. Yaqala ke lana kubana ke wena ke ubusiba khona ukuthi ubufikisa ke iminyaka eyi-60 usemsebenzini. Nxa uthi uphuzile uthola ke ngemva kweminyaka ke engu-65. Let's proceed to the other benefit.
Thank you so much. Our next benefit is called the survivor's pension benefit. This benefit is paid upon the death of the contributor. You should also have, contributor should also have contributed for more than 10 years, like I said, for the retirement pension. And also under the survivor's pension benefit is either paid to the surviving spouse, to the children. If there is no children and the surviving spouse, then it has to be paid to the parent of the deceased.
Yakutaurwa nezvayo iyi ndeiya iri kunzi survivor's benefit yekuti iwe washaya vanhu hama dzako vari pedyo newe, mudzimai, vana kana vabereki, kuri kuti iwe ngosina mudzimai nevana, ndo vakuzopiwa mudyandigere wako kawo wange uchiita sei, wange uchibatirwa panguva yaunge uchishanda. Sesikhangela ke tinake lapha ke katesi ukubana ke nxa sisithi tinake i-survivor's benefit iliyana ke imali ephiwa labo abalubudlelwano lawe. Nxa sikhangela kabaludlelwano lawe sikhangela unkosikazi, sokhangelwa kabantwana, bese ukukhangelwa njalo ubana ke nxa kade ungela unkosikazi ungela abantwana, abazali bakho yibona ke abaphiwa ke leyo tha ke i-survivor's benefit. You can go ahead.
All right. Upon the death of the contributor, we also pay what we call a funeral grant. This is paid upon submission of either a burial order, which is valid within 7 days, and then after that, then maybe they will require the death certificate for payment of the funeral assistance. It's paid to any member of the relatives who would have incurred the funeral expenses.
ngatitarise ipapawo zvakare kuti kuri kuti tawirwa nerufu mumhuri semhuri takasununguka kuuya nedeath certificate, takasununguka kuuya neburial order kuti tingechipiwa ka mari yechema nekubvaka kunasa, uye mari iyoyo inopiwa chero ani zvake wemumhuri anenge akabatsiridza pakuti nguva iyoyeyo yerufu zvinhu zvinge chibatika zvakanaka. Asi kangeleinike umanake ungalibali umanake nxa singaba-ke lo dubo nkhaya singaba lo muntu ke obhubhileyo ke ongabe-ke kade banje lake imali yakhe enasa, kuyakhuthazwa ukuthi sibuyeke emahofisini enasa le burial order, le burial certificate, kwenza ukuthi phela thina-ke izinini sibe siphiwa-ke imali yokubana-ke baye bekhala lathi-ke laphana. But now, does it mean to say when one receives that contribution for their deceased, that will be the end of the contributions?
No, usually when you receive the funeral grant,
Yes.
they are also, the survivor's pension is also paid concurrently with the funeral grant.
Alright.
So when you submit the same forms for the funeral grant are the same forms that are used to process the survivor's benefits.
nanzelela ukubana-ke amaphepha amagwalona lawo wasebenzisayo nxa uphiwa-ke imali yokukhalwa-ke laphana nxa ukuthi ubhujelwe, shuthi iwona-ke amaphepha njalo aqhubekela phambili esetshenziswa ukuthi imali yompensheni ibibuya, ndo magwaro zvakare anoshandiswa ukuthi mari yemudya ndigere inge ichiuya magwaro iwayayo awanga uchishandisa kuti ugochipiwa ka mari yechema. Naizvozvo izvo ngatione kuti tiri kuenda kakunasa. As you can see, I'm with an axillary crash. I'm also seated on a wheelchair. I'm yet to find out which department I'm in, because this department seems to be a hospital. I need to find out from my brother here where we are right now.
Okay, thank you, welcome. This is the Accident Prevention and Workers' Compensation Scheme section. It was established in terms of SI 68 of 1990. This scheme is wholly employer funded. Employees, they do not pay anything. So it is the duty of the employer to pay to NASA. But also under this scheme, the government departments, they are exempted. Why are they exempted? They are also covered under the government pensions fund under the scheme.
Kwatiri kunoku ndo kunonzi ku accident prevention nza workers compensation scheme. Ikai inobhadharwa ne anoshandirwa. Mushandi hapana mari anobhadhara papapa. Asika vashandi vehurumende vari kunzi ivo havakwanisi kuti vange vachibhadhara ikoko nekuti vehurumende vanoti vene skimu yavo nechekare. Nanzelela kubanake katesike lapha esesikhona lapha-ke siku-accident prevention workers compensation scheme. Lapho-ke okuthiwa khona-ke lapha-ke akulasikhatshwa esibanjelwa imali ingena khonapha. Imali yonke-ke eqogelelwayo ingena-ke esikhwameni sonesi imali esuka-ke kulo-ke oqhatshayo lo osetshenzelwayo. Let's proceed.
Right, under this scheme we've got two benefits we offer, the long-term and the short-term benefits we offer here. But we also pay the medical bills using the AFOS rates. These AFOS rates, these are agreed rates by the government of Zimbabwe and all the doctors in Zimbabwe. This is what we call the AFOS rates. And also under this scheme, on short-term benefits, if the injury rate is less than 30%, the employee will get a lump sum, a once-off payment. If the injury is more than 30%, they will get a lifelong, a lifetime pension until the day they also pass away. And also under this scheme, we are saying if an accident happens, it should be reported to NASA within 14 working days. In cases of serious fatal accidents, it should be reported to the police within 24 hours. Also under this scheme, we provide what we call artificial appliances. As you can see, these are the state-of-the-art wheelchairs. We also provide clashes. We also do repairs, Mr. JB, of these. So if we give our patient who is given a wheelchair and then they need repair on the wheels, also on the clashes, they need repair on the rubbers, we also provide. But we also emphasize to all our employers and employees to make sure that they are adhere to safety standards at work. We are running what we call Vision Zero, no injuries at work. If you go to work horizontal, please don't come back vertical, because vertical can mean two things. It's either death or an injury. So we are saying, please, let's adhere to safety standards at work.
Yikuqhonqosela lokubana ke emsebenzini singabi lezi ngozi emsebenzini njalo ngokunanzelela ke kuthiwa ke ungalimala ke emsebenzini ulimale okulibanga ke eli 30% kusehla kuthiwa ke uphiwa ke i-once off payment kuthiwa yi-lump sum. Kodwa ke nxa ungalimala ke ukwedlula ke i-30% sokusitsho ukuthi usuzabe uthola ke imali uze uyechiya ke umhlaba uphiwa ke leyo mali ngenyanga. Kodwa uqhakathekileyo ukuthi ke emisebenzini konke ke kube kulandelelwa ukubana ke abantu bengatholi ke izingozi emsebenzini. Njalo ke nxa kuyukuthi ke kule ngozi eyenzakeleyo emsebenzini kayaziswe ke abenasa phakathi kwamalanga ke ali-10 14 days, kukanti ke amapholisa kumele ayaziswe ke phakathini ngomahora amabili la amachumi amabili lane 24 hours masinyazana ndonyayira ukuthi aronezva ipano ukuthi aka mabasa omuti save nekukuvara toona kuti tiri kuchengetedza utano tuchengetedza upenyu tiri mumabasa seizvozvo izvo muchaona kuti nguva yekunge iwewe wakuvara ukakuvara 30% zvichidzika unopiwa lamsani moyako kamwe chete, asi ukakuvara zvinopfuurawo 30% uri munhu wokuti unenge wakupiwawo mari iyoyeyo pamwedzi kusvikawo nguva yekunge watorwawo nanyadenga. Asi ngatizvitarisei kuti kuvara uri pabasa, limala usemsebenzini, uyezve pabasa paitika njodzi iyoyo ngaiziviswe kunasa pakati pemazuva 14. Mazuva 14 nasa yoziviswa. Kana iri yakaipisisa mapurisa ngaaziviswe pakati pe maawa 24 inova iyo 24 hours. Do we have anything again to share with the viewers besides the fact that we have artificial limbs, we've got some prostheses, we've got also the state-of-the-art wheelchairs?
We also encourage all our employees and employers to make sure that they report accidents, whether minor or major. It should be reported to NASA. We've got different types of accidents. We've got gradual onsets, which happens at work. We've also caused by work, like for example, pneumoconiosis for those who work in dust areas. Also, maybe we've got also backaches. We've got also eye strains, which are caused by the nature of the jobs we are doing. So all those, any injury which is caused at work, it should be insured to NASA. And people, if they are involved in any injury or accident, they should report to NASA. It is the duty of NASA to reject those claims, but not the duty of the employer to then reject the employers. Please make sure all the accidents they are reported to NASA on time so that we help. Our duty is to help. Why? Because this is 100% employer funded. We are here to save. NASA a lifelong promise. NASA chimsoche upenyu istembiso sempilo honke.
Ndizvo tirikurudzirwa kuti tinge chizivisa njodzi dzese dzinenge dzaitika kumabasa tisanyarare. NASA ndiyo ine kodzero yekutarisa kuti njodzi iyi yakakodzera here kuti inge chibatsirwa munhu. Asi khulumeni ke sibike zonke ke ingozi eziyabe zenzakeleke emsebenzini ngoba kungananzelela ke umlando weNASA lo ukubana ke ubusazisa ukubana ke lingozi sikhona ubana ke sibe siyamukela lingozi asiyamukeli asisebenzeni ke ndawonye ke layo ke iNASA a lifelong promise. Now I am at a stand which is occupational safety and health, and a beautiful lady is here to take us through her department. Hi.
Hello.
May you please take us through your department?
All right, thank you. Welcome to the OSH division in NASA. NASA has got an occupational safety and health division that is responsible for development and implementation of programs that are covering occupational safety and health with the aim of eliminating workplace accidents in the workplace. So the OSH division focuses on protecting the employee as they are carrying out these duties to ensure that they work in a safe environment. And also the OSH division puts emphasis on the employer so that they make sure that their workplace is safe. They should create a conducive environment that is free from hazards so that the worker can carry out their duties happily, safely, and be able to go back home at the end of the day not having been injured.
Ava ndo vanoshanda nenyika, imi munoshandirwa. Kuona kuti pamabasa penyu apa pakakodzera kuti vashandi vanga vachishanda zvakanaka. Kuona kuti pamabasa penyu apa hapana njodzi inoisa upenyu hwevashandi pakaipa. Uzananzelela ubana ke basebenza ke lani ke baqhashi uthi libona ubana ke emsebenzini lapha ke impilo zezisebenzi zenu azikho ke engozini njalo ubone ukuthi lilandela ngoqotho indlela ke zokubana ke abantu bayebelondoloza ke besemsebenzini. You can proceed.
All right, I just want to take you to the illustration that we have behind
Yes,
you.
yes.
Legislation on occupational safety and health, the legislative pieces, they put emphasis on the employer to also provide adequate protective clothing and equipment for the employee. So if we look at this, we've got helmets, we've got respirators, work suits, aprons, as well as safety shoes. We also have different types of protective clothing and equipment, which can include the gloves. We have got face masks, and the list is endless. But we're encouraging employers to provide adequate protective clothing for the type of work that they are doing so that employees can be able to carry out their duties safely. But before we focus on providing the protective clothing and equipment, we want employers to try and eliminate all the hazardous conditions that may be present in the workplace. And if we go on further to see the benefits of implementing occupational safety and health standards in the workplace, you'll see that there's protection of health, there's protection of life, and productivity will also increase because whenever an accident occurs, there's lost time that's taken into investigation and also employees not being able to come to work because they've been injured. But when we prevent accidents, production goes on, and if production is high, the profitability of the organization is good, there's increased worker morale, there's decreased operational costs, and also insurance premiums can decrease if the workplace is safe from accidents. And when we focus on ensuring that the workplace is safe, there's business market can improve, the reputation of the organization can improve, and also there's room for the organization to be involved in corporate social responsibilities because the workplace is safe and we've prevented accidents from happening in the workplace.
Yindaba ke yokubana ke emsebenzini kube kusebenzeka kube njalo ukuthi kube kulondolozwa ngoba ngananzelela ke isithombe esilapha lesi kuthiwa ke kumele ke linikeze izisebenzi zenu konke okulungeleyo ngokuthi bayebelondolozekile besemsebenzini kuhambelana lo msebenzi wenu nofanele ukuthi mungamchipha vashandi venyu zvinochengetedza upenyu hwavo kubva mubasa ravanoshanda seizvozvi zvamuri kuona pamfananidzo uri panapa uyu uri kuti imimi munoziva basa renyu onai kuti machengetedza vashandi aenderera mberi akatsinhira nyaya yekuti pabasa kana pakasava nenjodzi basa rinoendeka maprofiti anokura uye vashandi vanoshanda vachifara kona vhele emsebenzini nxa kungasetshendzwa kungavike le ngozi ezithize zamona ukuthi ke iproductivity kuyabe kutholakala kamaprofiti njalo ke izisebenzi zabe zisebenza ke zikhululekile njalo zijabulile inkampani iqhubekela phambili chivimbiso cheupenyu wese isithembiso sempilo yonke. We're proceeding. I see my brother is seated on a big ball. I wonder whether we are now at a playing ground or what. Can you take us through?
Thank you very much, JP. This is the rehabilitation center. This hospital is located in Bulawayo, right? It's next to Mpilo Hospital. This hospital is for people who are injured at work. Those who are injured at work, we take good care of them here at this hospital, the rehabilitation center. Maybe let me start here and give you the linkage between these two schemes. NASA runs two schemes. That's the POP scheme, the pensions and other benefits scheme. We also have accident prevention and the workers' compensation scheme. This rehabilitation center falls under accident prevention and workers' compensation scheme. All we are saying is our primary target as NASA is to prevent accidents from happening. Zero accidents at work. This is the reason why we've got this Department of Occupational Safety and Health. This department is there to make sure that people are not injured at work. We've got the inspectorate team that goes out to do inspections and assessments, making sure that people are protected at work. But we all know an accident is an accident. It can happen anytime, anyhow, to any person, anywhere. So once an accident has happened, NASA says we are still there for you, a lifelong promise.
We would want to know more about the year's theme you are running with this Harare Agricultural Show, and what drove you to come up with such a theme.
Okay, the theme actually is for the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show.
Yes.
So the theme is abundance, accessibility, and accountability. And funny enough, it speaks to what we are doing as NASA. I'm sure as you were going around, you saw accessibility. You passed by the SelfService Portal. It's one of the many ways through which people can access NASA. You know, as NASA, over the past 12 months, we've opened 17 satellite offices across the country to complement the regional and sub-offices that we have across the country, so that particularly people in outlying areas have access to NASA, so that they don't have to travel long distances to NASA. We're talking of abundance. NASA, you went by the pension and other benefits scheme. We've got statutory benefits that we pay out. But in addition to that, we realize that, you know, it can never be sufficient. So we have additional benefits that we offer. You saw the NASA discount card. That way pensioners can enjoy discounted groceries at OK Group stores and at Spa. In addition to that, we also have a revolving facility where with several banks in Zimbabwe, where pensioners can access up to 10 times their monthly payout for income generating projects. So this year we are trying to keep our pensioners economically productive. And then we speak of accountability. NASA is tripartite, comprised of government, labor, and employees, government employees and employers. So the board, the NASA board, it has employer representatives, it has government representatives, it's got employee representatives, and recently we also added a pensioner representative. So that enhances accountability. And also each year we produce our annual report, which is available on our website, and it's available, anybody can access it. We also hold annual general meetings. It's all in the interest of transparency. But NASA is open for business. We've got many ways through which people can get in touch with us.
It's been your very own program, A Lifelong Promise, this time around coming to your doorstep straight from Harare Agricultural Show 2022. Chabla Ncube is my name. It's been my pleasure being with you today, and I believe you got enlightened to all the services and departments of NASA.